Mark.
Well, how are you?
Hello. Ho,
Ho, ho, ho!
ho.
Welcome to Campaign Crackdown Holiday Edition.
Mark, did your voice just crack?
Did it crack or did it crack down? Campaign crackdown?
Oh! My God! Oh my goodness!
That is
Gee,
great!
I'm done.
Wow.
I'm
Wow! 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 That is great! I've never seen something so awesome! Wow! Great! Awesome!
Alright, everybody, welcome to Campaign Crackdown. First off, well, earlier in the week we got these press releases in the platform, so before we go through any of that, we should go through the 4 new party names. So I'm going to start with my assignment, which was the Tiger Shark Party, led by Troy Everly.
I am covering the Umbrella Party with presidential candidate Dan Carroll, and also the Sonic, Stars, and Stripes Unite Party. That's a mouthful. With presidential candidate Shivaguru Ganesh.
And I'm covering the Spoon Party, led by Catherine Hayes.
In the first press release, the Tiger Shark Party starts out really well, and throughout most of the press release, it's makes sense. It's really giving Everly a good name until you reach the third sentence, or the second sentence. I'm sorry, which I quote: "The name Everly's Party is still being decided upon and will be presented no later than Monday, December 16th." And honestly, this sentence just doesn't make sense. And I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's important to be literate before you think about running for president.
Well, when you're in a campaign and you put something out there, you gotta make sure you proofread it. And
everybody's gonna see it.
The American public is gonna see that, and you gotta make sure you're on point. It's the unfortunate consequences of making a mistake. They're really big.
Mm-hmm.
And on the topic of proofreading, the Sonic, Stars, and Stripes Unite Party released their press conference earlier on in the week, and their press release earlier on in the week, and it seems fairly focused and well written, but the main problem is the presidential candidate's last name is spelled wrong. I did not know his last name was Ganesh. It's Ganesh.
Oh.
That is spelled wrong. Moving on to my G-I-N, yeah.
Well, I have not found many mistakes in this press release. It's very sound. It's a relatively long press release, and the Spoon Party really lays out their platforms and what they choose, what they're choosing to stand behind in this election. And I really think that they did a good job of not starting off the campaign with any mistakes and keeping their name clean to start everything off.
It's good. That's going to be a big help later on.
The Umbrella Party also, it looks like they use spell check throughout the press release, and it's well written. It establishes a platform, and it's good. There's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing so far.
Looks like the Spoon Party and the Umbrella Party are off to a good start.
I would say so.
I would say.
Yeah. They know their English. All right, guys. First platform from the Tiger Shark Party, led by candidate Troy Everly. Throughout the whole entire platform, they talk about equality a lot, which is good and all. But some of the stuff I'd like to bring up really quick. I think they require some clarification, maybe in the speech. Under taxes, it says, the Tiger Shark Party wants to reform the tax system. We believe it is unfair how little the wealthy are taxed and the burden put on lower income families. Well, under the current government, I'm pretty sure it says that the wealthy will be taxed more than lower and middle income families. So how much exactly do you want the wealthy to be taxed? I think that requires some clarification.
Like how much more?
How much more? Yeah. I mean, they're already being taxed more than everybody else, so how much more?
You're just going to eliminate all the taxes on lower income families? That's a pretty big question.
That doesn't really make sense to me yet.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Next, you said under energy, a Tiger Shark Party would like to expand the use of alternative energy, such as nuclear energy.
Whoa!
Nuclear energy. Next, wait, that's not all. That's not all.
Red flag there.
Environment. The Tiger Shark Party is pro-environmental conservation.
Attaboy.
Sorry.
Spit it out.
Conservation. We believe in keeping the environment clean and want to conserve endangered species. Well, before that, you said you want to use other forms of energy, such as nuclear energy.
Whoa, red flag.
They kind of, contradict each other. Nuclear energy has nuclear waste and bad to the environment. So how can you pro-environmental conservation when you want to support nuclear energy? I mean, maybe there's some scientific fact about how nuclear energy is better for the environment, but with plutonium is part of the process. I don't know. It's known to be bad for everybody. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, look at Chernobyl after that accident.
Yeah.
It's nothing but deserts and crazy animals with
So
four
good for the
eyes.
environment, right?
I mean, it's.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't know if they're going to be able to mesh environment and nuclear energy in their environmental conservation.
That's
That'd
going to be a tricky
interesting
one.
to hear
If he
about.
can, good for him.
Yeah,
He'll be
absolutely.
a hero.
All right, we'll move on to our second party here, the Sonic Stars and Stripes party platform. Now, this party is neither liberal nor conservative, as they have stances on issues that are on both sides. For example, marriage of the same gender. They leave this up to the states, which is what it is now, which would coincide with the conservative belief. And then we've got other beliefs, such as supporting a small military, which is more on the liberal side, and strict regulation of the death penalty, which is liberal. But then, going back to conservative, they support immigration regulation, and it does not support affirmative action. So this party, although it does not have many contradictions in its platforms and belief, which is a good thing, it has beliefs on different viewpoints from both sides.
Maybe that can be a good thing too. I mean, it can be their own party now, I guess. Now, branch off from the norm.
It's always good to be
Too-
moderate
too-
when you
yeah.
can get some conservative ideals and some liberal ideals and really bring both sides together.
Absolutely, Mark.
Now, as for the Spoon Party, led by Catherine Hayes, it seems to be a more liberal party. They definitely have more liberal positions than conservative ones. And the only problem I see with this is they have many programs that they want to institute. They want to institute environmental programs, gun control programs, and alternative energy programs. Let's see, what else do they have? They want to make tax-deductible tuition. And that's all well and good until you think about it, who's going to pay for that? And for example, in their environmental stance, they say the country should not have to choose between the economy and the environment. Well, with the environmental program, as well as all the other programs they would like to put in, how is that going to help the economy if we keep spending money? That may just raise the debt. I would like to know how they're going to lower the debt, or at least control the debt, with all this new spending they're proposing.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. I mean, you can't be so cut and dry. This is what you want to do. You got to have a plan to get where you want to be. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's not magic. It's the government working with,
Of course.
Yeah. All right, and moving on to our final party, the Umbrella Party. This party is definitely more on the liberal side of the spectrum. Some of their beliefs on issues include support of gay marriage, reducing chemicals, waste, and other hazardous materials, which I doubt either side of the spectrum would object to. Regards to crime punishment, they promote rehabilitation of criminals, which is definitely a more liberal idea. My concern with that is it's a little more expensive and it costs money to pay for this rehabilitation of criminals. And another very liberal belief they have is legalizing marijuana, and they justify this by saying they could tax it and create regulations for the protection of users, and this would stimulate the economy in a certain way.
That seems to be the biggest argument on that topic. It stimulates the economy, but you got to think of all the effects that this would have on the people,
Absolutely.
not just the economy. Inhaling anything is bad for you, let's be honest.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And you say that the Umbrella Party wants to legalize marijuana. I see a similar trend here with the Spoon Party. They would like to lower the drinking age to 18. And this seems to be a general trend in the election, where these parties want to make alcohol and drugs more accessible to people in general, especially younger people here with the spoon party. And it's interesting to see if they get elected, how that's going to play out and how they're going to allow that to happen, but keep things safe at the same time. I know here they're proposing that they're going to learn how to drink responsibly in a controlled environment, but it's hard to see, you know.
Yeah, I don't see any 18-year-olds being controlled. in the
Yeah,
environment.
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see
I mean,
how that
I
plays
see where
out.
they're coming from, but it's just not.
I understand.
Not
Yeah.
a plausible reason. Yeah, it's just we'll see how it goes.